friend. So I have a few channeled messages for you before I get into your reading. People make it so easy to cut them off. And the example Spirit gave me was from the movie A Bronx Tale. If you haven't watched that movie, that's one of my favorite movies. You should watch it. It's really, really, really good. Especially if you're like in an interracial couple, you know, that is very significant for somebody. But to cut people off easily, like when people make themselves easily to get cut off, the example was when Կ쌓ɪsဃᴜ, if I'm pronouncing his name right, I can't even remember if that, they used to call him C in the movie, but I think it's Կ<silence>sဃᴜ or something like that in the movie. And this guy owed him $20. And it was like every time he seen this guy, he would try to chase him down. He'd yell at him. He'd curse at him. You know, he'd get real angry. And Sonny was like, listen, like, why are you sitting here doing all of that? Like, why are you wasting all your energy and time on somebody like that? And he was like, what happened? And he was like, oh, he owed me $20 or whatever. And back then, when that movie was going on, $20 was like, what, $100 maybe, or $200 maybe back then. And he was like, that's all it took was for him to get out of your life, $20? Like, let him have that. Because guess what? He's never going to bother you again. He's never going to sit there and ask you for money again. He's never going to sit there and, you know, look your way. He's going to always avoid you. So guess what? It only cost you $20 to get somebody that you don't even like out of your life, right? So for some of you, that may be the case. Somebody may have did something. And guess what? That's all it costs. For you to get somebody out of your life that really didn't care about you, it really didn't, you know, put in any effort, whatever little mediocre thing that they did, that's all you needed to cut them off. You didn't need any other explanations. You don't need to say sorry. You don't need to explain yourself on why you cut them off. Like, they know exactly what they did. It's just that simple, right? And then I also have here, history is holding you back. So I did some quotes. I posted some quotes on Instagram about that channel, because I had got that channel message, these messages yesterday. It was my off day. I wasn't doing no readings. But yeah, so history is holding you back. So for some of you guys, you are holding on to people just because you've known them since childhood, just because you've known them since college, just because you've known them because your parents, you know, were the best of friends back in the day, just because y'all went to the same job. Like, there's things that, like, reasons that you don't need to be friends with them anymore. It's like, just because y'all went through some traumatic trauma bonding doesn't mean that that person is supposed to stay in your life forever. For some of you, those people were only supposed to be in your life for that period of time, and that was it. For either you to help them to help you, or it was a mutual contract, but it wasn't meant to last forever. Everything has an expiration date. And for some of you, you're holding on to history when clearly there is no need for you to sit there and be there anymore. Okay. I also have here, sometimes we love people so much we don't see what they are really doing, right? So we could sit there and care about people. We've put people on pedestals. And another thing that I've been doing is honestly praying that, you know, I'm protected from people that I love, that I care about, that I put on a pedestal, because a lot of these people that we do put on pedestals and that we do care about and that we do love wholeheartedly, that's not exactly, some of them are portraying to be a person that they're really not. For some of you, these people are really not as good as you think they are. I was given an example of on Gossip Girl where, what's that girl name? I know her real name, I think, is Blake Lively. I think Serena. When Serena was so thirsty to sit there and was so excited to, I think what's his name? Dan, to meet her grandmother. And she was like so, you know, inspired by her grandmother. She looked up to her grandmother. Her grandmother could do no wrong. And Dan called out her grandmother. Like, he was probably the only person that had the balls and the guts to sit there and call out her grandmother and let, you know, Serena know, like, hey, listen, Your grandmother ain't who you think she is. And Serena got mad at him and stopped talking to him. And then she had to find out for herself that her grandmother was a manipulative, vindictive, spiteful bitch. And it's like, once she saw that for herself, she was like, oh, wow. And this is someone that she put on a pedestal. So for some of you guys, you care about people. Like, y'all, love is blind. For some of y'all, like, this could be a lover, this could be a friend, this could be a family member, this could be a co-worker, like, whatever the case may be. It's like your love for someone is blinding you from who they truly are. Like, you're only seeing the good in them, but this person is not as good as you think they are. Okay. The other message that I got, because I even did this myself. Okay. 555 on the time as I say this. Your business social media accounts is not for your family, and it's not for your friends. Yes, I did block my family, and yes, I did block my friends. And they can feel a certain type of way if they want to, not my problem. But my business is for my clients and my clients only. And I've learned the hard way about mixing business with pleasure, business with family, and things of that nature. So with that said, your business social medias, if you want to have a private social media for family and friends, that's what you do. But for business, you keep that as business and business only. All right, because at the end of the day, the people that's going to be liking your content, commenting on your content, is not going to be the people that you think. The people that are going to support you are not your family and your friends. True support, okay, not monitoring spirits. Okay. Because some people just want to be nosy to see what you're doing, what you're saying. I'm talking about your clients. Your business is for your clients. That's it. Nobody else. Okay? Because I also learned on TikTok that a lot of times your content doesn't get shown because of the simple fact that you have so many family and friends as your followers and stuff, and coming up on your For You page, and they're just scrolling past it. You get what I'm saying? They're looking at what you're doing, but they're scrolling past it. Like, they're not liking it. They're not engaging in it. You get what I'm saying? So it's like, this is for your clients only, for somebody. And then it says, the sticky stuff. What was that? My notes. Chicken scratch. Stay away from artificial sweets. Okay? That was the sticky stuff, because cavities. So anything that may be like sticky, don't try to stay away from it, especially if it's not like natural. If it's not fruit, only sweet things that you should be having is fruit. Dates are sweet. It sweetens things. No like artificial sweets. Okay. Honey is fine if it's used in moderation. Dates are good. I'm trying to think of other things that you could utilize, because I'm also seeing here, like, stop using like those sweet and lows and Splendors and stuff like that, because if you look at the back of the ingredients, you're literally putting chemicals in you. I'd rather sit there and have sugar, knowing that it's sugar, than to sit there and use Splendor and it has 25 other chemicals in it just to sweeten something. Make it make sense. But anyway, and the last channel message that I had was breakthrough instead of breaking curses. So what I was getting was, instead of you always trying to, like, quote unquote, break generational curses, what if you're meant to just break through those? Because if you think about it, if your family, even though you may be doing the work, some of your family members, some of your friends and stuff like that, they're not going to want to do the work. Some people are not meant to wake up this lifetime, and that is okay. So those curses are still going to be there. The thing is, it's not you breaking generational curses. It's more so of you breaking through those generational curses so that they are no longer attached to you. They're no longer going along within, like, your future or with your bloodline. Because I'm, like, Spirit was showing me, like, say this is like a river, but then it's like it was going in another direction as well, and like you were the person going in another direction while the rest of your bloodline was going this way, and it was meant for you to break off of that path, that generational curse, for you to start a new bloodline, to start something different. Because technically you are going to start a new bloodline when you sit there and merge with someone else, because it'll be two different bloods mixing together.